Attention passionate Cleveland Browns fans, an important update has just arrived straight from the AFC North that could completely change the course of the season. Something big is happening, and it could have a direct effect on the Browns' path toward another possible Super Bowl run. We're talking about a shift in the balance of power within the division, one that could make one of our main rivals stumble badly for years to come. But before that, if you are a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share this with your friends. Now, let's get to the facts, and Cleveland faithful let out another sigh. But Myles Garrett seems determined to move past this loss quickly. Always confident you can bounce back, he said. You don't look too far forward or too far back. You just need to look at the next opponent and figure out how you can beat them. On Sunday, the Browns suffered a devastating loss to the Minnesota Vikings in an international game at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Browns held control of the lead for most of the game, with the score tied at 3 apiece early in the fourth quarter. The Vikings offense, led by Carson Wentz, marched down the field and scored a 12-yard touchdown on a 10-play, 80-yard drive that drained nearly 3 minutes off the clock. The Browns' defense showed small cracks in the second half, but in the end, it came down to the offense finding the end zone. "I need to close it out," Garrett said. "Frustration doesn't matter. What matters are the results." Rookie quarterback Dillon Gabriel wasn't asked to do much and led a relatively modest offense. He completed 19 of 33 passes for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Still, for his first start, not much more could be asked of the former Oregon Ducks standout. "He looked the same as always," Garrett said of Gabriel. "Poise, making the plays we know he can make. He put us in position to win. We have to help ourselves." Running back Quinshon Judkins was excellent, rushing for 110 yards on 23 carries, including a long touchdown run that was called back for holding. Penalties and the lack of touchdowns once again haunted Cleveland, as the team ended up punting 8 times and converting just 3 of 15 third downs. Garrett and the defense looked sharp, maintaining their pace toward becoming one of the best defenses in the league, allowing only 97 rushing yards. They forced 2 fumbles, stripping running backs Jordan Mason and Xavier Scott. One of Garrett's biggest plays on Sunday came late in the third quarter, when Wentz tried to scramble on third down for a long run to move the chains. The 29-year-old defensive end chased him down and brought him down, forcing a punt attempt. The heart races, confidence builds, and for a few moments it feels like we might finally get that statement road win. But then in the fourth quarter, it all unravels. 10 plays, 80 yards, and the Vikings pull off a painful comeback. The movie you already know plays again. Another loss, the 4th of the season, and it's in this frustrating scenario that the most important voice on defense steps in: Myles Garrett, the captain, the guy who never runs from responsibility. Instead of hiding behind excuses or criticizing teammates, Garrett was direct. "Frustration doesn't matter. What counts are the results. We need to close games." It's simple, it's harsh, but it's reality, and if there's anyone who knows the weight of this, it's him. On the field, Garrett did his part. Chased down the opposing quarterback, piled up more tackles, more pressures, showed why he remains one of the league's most dominant defensive forces. The stats don't lie. Already more than 20 tackles, 8 for loss, and 8 quarterback hits just in this early part of the season. He's delivering. But the big question is, will the rest of the team keep up? Fans, here's where the conversation heats up. The Browns aren't getting blown out. This isn't a season without spark. On the contrary, the games are close, decided by details often in the fourth quarter. The problem is exactly that: the inability to finish. That killer instinct to close the game when the lead is in hand is missing. And when the defensive leader looks the press in the eye, and indirectly looks the fans in the eye, and says he still believes, we have to ask, is this the beginning of a turnaround? Garrett also made a point to praise rookie Dillon Gabriel, the quarterback who, even under pressure, showed composure. And that, let's be honest, is rare for a rookie in a setting like this. Could this be the spark the team needs? Someone who, with confidence and time, could turn painful losses into solid wins? Browns fans know the pain of seeing promises fade away, of believing in projects that never materialize. But at the same time, they also know that when this team clicks, when it finds rhythm, it can surprise anyone. And if Garrett's defense continues to be consistent, if the offense finds even a thread of stability, you can't rule out a run. Now think about this. Next stop, Pittsburgh Steelers. Historic rivalry, loaded with emotion, tradition, and competitive fire. If there's ever a perfect game to flip the switch, it's this one. Just imagine beating the Steelers, silencing the critics, showing the league that the Browns aren't dead. That's the kind of matchup that can change the spirit of a locker room.